So I heard you found somebody else, and at first I thought it was a lie. I took all my things that make sounds, the rest I can do without. Oh, I don't want your body.
So I guess I just wanted to talk properly because I feel like I am different in person than I have been, like, kind of on camera, if you will. I don't know, like, it's weird because when you're by yourself, like, I feel like naturally you're going to be a little bit more quiet than you would be if you were like with your friends. I think like I was trying to be more like profound, or you know, like this thoughtful little like introvert or whatever, which like if you know me in person, like I don't know, I'm just not quite as poetic all the time. Like I'm just like pretty much just an idiot who talks about furries way too much. And I think the other thing is that I initially made this channel under McKenna Marie, and that I feel like, I mean, first of all, McKenna is like my nickname. My real name is actually Georgia. I go by Georgia like all the time. Georgia's my name. But I feel like it's weird that I didn't kind of specify that. As it kind of gets more, you're like, oh, this is a bit weird, because I've like made friends through here and people who I really respect, and I don't know, I think it's a bit weird that I kind of didn't specify that, so I'm sorry if I didn't specify that. It's a weird thing. Also, I just kind of want to do different things on here, but I'm also kind of scared to. I mean, the stuff that I would like to talk about is like Greek mythology and like books and things that I really like actually care about, and I feel like I want to be just completely honest about them. Like, I fucking hate Brave New World, and I think there's a video of me being like, oh yeah, Brave New World, it's fine. No, like I hate that book, and I hate Wuthering Heights, and I hate the girl with the dragon tattoo. Like, that's the stuff that I want to be able to be like, hey, I hate this book and this is why, or like, I love this and this is why, in like a non-pretentious way, in a way that is just like me. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that if that is you. And I know I'm like, oh, I want to be less pretentious, and then I title this video, Who Am I? But I feel like, I don't know, I mean, that's the whole point. It's like, I don't know who I am. Like, I'm 18 and I was trying to be like I knew everything, but the truth is, like, I don't fucking know anything. And yeah, that's the truth. And I think that there are some wonderful 18-year-olds who actually know shit, but I am not one of them. I am Georgia from New Zealand, 18. I spend a lot of my nights just watching Netflix and taking BuzzFeed quizzes. And there's actually not a BuzzFeed persona quiz, which is interesting. Hop on that, monetize that, BuzzFeed. Like, one of my friends, Liv, was watching my videos in front of me, which is really embarrassing. She was like, oh, you're nothing like this in real life, and I was like, shit. Because it's true. And I mean, that's why a lot of my videos are like unlisted or privated, because they're so embarrassing. and some of my poems I genuinely think were pretty terrible. So like, if there are actual good poets that you want to read or like watch, please watch like people who actually know what they're doing. Like, I don't know, Charli for instance. Charli is so good at poetry and I am shite. It's such a weird thing to talk into a camera and then put it on YouTube when there are actual real life people watching. Like my friend Liv, for example. Liv, if you're watching this, can you not? And then there are people who I don't even like, who I think found this, ugh. I guess the entire point of this is to say that I don't know anything, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with knowing nothing. Humans do kind of, oh, it's so weird talking about humans like I'm not a human. Humans like will react to different situations like differently, like you do adapt to your surroundings, and I suppose you could say that that's what this is. This is me reacting to the surroundings of YouTube, and like all the world's a stage and effectively we are all acting. I don't know, I feel like there are so many better people that you could be watching rather than me, who's a literal mess. Like, I have so much shit that I need to do. Instead, I'm filming a video to procrastinate, which that's smart. But yeah, to kind of start on the content that I would like to start making, here are some books that I am going to read when I get my life together. Okay, so first of all, the one that I really properly need to start is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. It is like the prettiest cover ever. I was watching a Clockwork Reader's video. She was doing like the Ravenclaw like book recommendations, and this was on it, and so I was like, I'm a Ravenclaw, I need to get it. I also bought Scenes Away from the Crime by Jane Boron. I read a couple of these in the bookstore and they just looked really good. And I'm doing English literature at university next year, and I do believe that the first one is on romantic poets, so Shakespeare and Keats, etc. So that should be really good. I'm excited. I also bought Jane Eyre because I actually haven't even read this. I've read like the first chapter, but I was like, yeah, I've read Jane Eyre. No, I hadn't. I'd read like Pride and Prejudice. Yeah, so I want to like properly read this and kind of understand all of the hype about it. I know that my cousin Tracy loves this, so I can talk to Tracy about it. Tracy, my sweet. And then I bought this ages ago and I still haven't read it. This is really annoying, but I feel like this is another one, just kind of like a modern classic, can I call it that? I don't know. It is called All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, and it is set in Nazi invaded France, I believe, maybe? And also, this is really big. This is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I have read The Secret History and it was one of my favourite books of all time. It is amazing. We bonded, me and The Secret History, like, we cuddled, and now I would like to cuddle another of Donna Tartt's books. I have seen so many like edits and things on Tumblr, because my entire life is spent on Tumblr. It's really bad. It is about Theo Decker, who is 13 and he is alone and rudderless in New York. He's taken in by the family of a wealthy friend. He is bewildered by his new home on Park Avenue, disturbed by schoolmates who don't know how to talk to him. I mean, same. Me, every day. But yeah, those are like on my TBR if you will. I do have a Goodreads, by which you can tell how slowly I am reading. But you know what? The turtle won the race, but I have been watching some good stuff. So I will quickly throw in some good stuff that I've been watching. American Vandal, that one is so fucking good. It's like about a student who drew dicks on the school car park, like on 27 cars, and they initially were just like, yep, that's that guy, because there's one guy who just draws dicks all the time and he's like, he's a dick himself. So yeah, it's like it's completely faked, like it's all acted, but it's so good. Highly rec. And then I was watching Neo Yokio, which is so good. It has Jaden Smith voices. Kaz, he's just like my favourite character of all time. It's hilarious. And then I've been watching Elias Grace, which is based on Margaret Atwood novel, which is another one that I really want to read. I've been listening to a Myths and Legends podcast, which is really good. The guy who does it is really funny. Maybe that's what's influenced me to want to talk about Greek mythology. But also I want to talk about it in a kind of like frank way and just be like, Zeus is like a massive fuckboy and a massive racist. He's the worst. So I might talk about all the times that Zeus was disgusting. Point is, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm doing. My cat's here! That's the whole point of this. I don't know. This was probably like really pointless and you probably hated it. You probably already clicked off, which is good. Tell me if you clicked off. It's great for my self-esteem. Bye.